Intelligent, insightful, smart. These are words other podcasts use to describe themselves, not us. This is Fairly Harmless, where missing the point is only the beginning. With musical accompaniment provided by the Boston Horns, East Coast Funk. Please enjoy Andrew and James.
This is Fairly Harmless. I'm Andrew.
I'm James.
And I'm Buck.
As you heard, our special guest this week is Buck. He is an Academy Award-winning filmmaker, underwear model, the inventor of the Heisenberg compensator, canned tuna, and crotchless panties. He is the Nobel Prize-winning discoverer of the Bernoulli effect, the Planck constant, the Schrödinger equation. Last summer, he starred in the roadshow production of the musical Hamilton. Please welcome Buck. Hello, Buck.
That was a great introduction.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. That really summed it up.
That's an impressive list of accomplishments.
In your short life.
In your short life, you're doing a great job, man.
I consider myself a Renaissance man.
Yeah, you're
Right.
I would agree. I think you're one of our most accomplished guests. Definitely a Renaissance man.
I'm impressed at
I'm impressed you wanted to come here with such a laundry list of accomplishments. You wanted to grace your presence with this.
This is our step up.
Step up podcast here.
This is when it really came together. For other people, it was episode 46. For us, it's episode whenever this comes out.
Right. We released episode 26 last night. So
right.
As you can see on the big board.
Well, I'll tell you, the numbers are going up every week. This is great.
I know.
Yep.
More and more people are experiencing that which is pointlessness of this show.
Well, I've enjoyed you guys kind of throwing in some color when it comes to like mystery box and trying some little antics during the shows. That always adds some
flavor
and some flavor.
Yeah.
I have chosen to appear here with you and this Goomba on our podcast instead of going to movies being offered at the Cary Little Theater. Is that what that place is called?
I have no idea. I've never been there. Oh, yes, the one downtown.
That's right. We went to
where we went and saw the show.
White Christmas, right?
White Christmas,
Yeah.
right. The Christmas shindig.
This is like a small venue.
It is a small venue. It's almost like an independent theater.
I think it is indeed.
Independent theater, yeah.
So they don't show first run movies, but they show classic movies. I mean, so over the holidays they had
National Lampoon and
all that.
Yeah.
Kind of, right.
Oh,
but
yeah.
also they probably would do like Die Hard and
Die Hard's classic Christmas movie.
That is, yeah.
right.
One of the best.
Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
Elf.
Elf is a big one.
Right.
For them. And then they do some holiday classics like It's a Wonderful Life. And
I've seen It's a Wonderful Life there.
Yep. And White Christmas, the sing along where they herd us all into the theater. They give us a paper that you can't read in the fucking dark, and then we sing along to the show.
I grew up in Home Alone.
Yes.
Was a big movie.
I think they do Home Alone too as well.
When did those come out?
Early 90s.
Early 90s.
Early 90s.
Yeah, I was already in my 20s, but I too love those movies and still do.
I see.
But I won't tell that story because it'll just get fucking cut, and then we'll have to go into resentment corner.
And not all your stories get cut, just most of them. That's all. Only the funny ones stay in. And since there's none of those.
Well, the motorcycle incident was one of the better ones.
That's right.
Motorcycle.
That son of a bitch. Passes me
The motorcycle.
Those sons of bitches. When they think they can drive on the sidewalk around traffic. It's like, that was a good one. I enjoyed
me a
it.
river.
Cry me a river, big boy. That was one of I had to say that was a good one. But
What'd you look out the window for? Did you see a flying donkey?
I thought I saw somebody in the fucking road. I don't know. Got me going.
Santa Claus is coming.
Yeah, Santa Claus. All this talk of Christmas, he decided to swing by my window.
Kevin, you got my gabagoo? We learned a little bit of Italian.
We learned some Italian last week from Chad.
Mostly cussing.
Cussing mainly. So
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
See, Buck can throw a couple out there.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can feel free to let it fly, Buck. We don't give a fuck about what we say.
If I don't say fuck on here, I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
So I need to. I need to
Just break your fuck cherry. That's all.
I had to say, you always seem really good,
Yeah, you seem like one of the healthy and
refined.
refined characters of the class of folks that we hang out with.
Like Fast Eddie. So which direction do you want to go for comedy?
You
tell
want
a story? You want to answer some questions? You want
whatever you want to
tell
do.
some stories. That's fine.
comfy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'm as comfy as I'm going to be here with this.
If you're too cold, let me know.
No. Keep
turn
that thing
down
cranked
the-
up.
I can turn
I'm-
down the AC.
Like a hot mammal over here, like a beached whale. So this is good.
We have the fairly harmless throw rug. Or,
That's right. The throw rug and the
I see
pillow.
that.
if you
Shawl.
need- The shawl, if you need to,
Giant shawl.
murdered Andrew in the middle of the podcast. We got the fear.
all I know is between all of us with these stickers,
right.
we're getting some exposure.
We have to be.
There's one guy that's behind me someday, like, what is this fairly harmless? I need to check this thing out. And then they get on there and like, wow, this is funny. I like this. So there's going to be some momentum.
I
Yeah.
think the problem I keep running up against is people. So if I'm wearing the shirt when I go to
church,
I definitely get some looks. But I think people have, because they know me and they have extremely low expectations.
That's actually it's almost like a gravity well for your expectations. You know, like where light won't escape. It just kind of gets frozen in time and slowly disappears.
Yes, but I mean, I think with this podcast, we're punching so far above our weight.
Right. Above our potential, maybe.
I think so.
Maybe this is the beginning of I've been told all my life, that guy sure has a lot of potential.
Exactly.
I'm finally reaching that potential. I'm reaching for the stars.
That's right.
And we're reaching it in a way that will never earn us any money.
Right. We are never going to.
Or fame.
I mean, just because we are part of Max Bubbles Industries.
That's our parent company.
That's our parent company.
This is legit.
Oh, yeah.
Could be.
Sort of. It's heading towards legit.
Could be.
It's getting towards
It's
legit.
getting there. Okay.
Max Bubbles was my stripper name.
Right. And
Okay.
oddly enough, is also our parent company. So-
That's right.
I used to work.
What was your job?
yeah.
I worked at a golf course, and then
Oh.
I walked into. I tried to be a DJ for a long time.
Huh.
So I just randomly go into all these different restaurants, bars, and clubs, and say, "Hey, I know how to DJ." And they're like, "Oh, really? You do? Yeah, we'd like to see that some night." So I got some guy to pull the trigger. Walked in there, and he was like, "Yeah, I come in here Sunday night or Saturday night, whatever it was, 6:00." I was like, "Not a problem." So I went back to my house, and I asked my friend, I was like, "I got a DJ gig." He's like, "You have no idea what you're doing." And I said, "No, you're exactly right. So what can I do?" So we decided we were just going to get one CD, and we burnt like 100 some songs. And then
like Napster, Napster
it was
time.
Napster, and we
Right.
Napstered 100 songs. I go into this place, and so the whole time I'm moving my hands around, and I had the one CD going. Well, I was doing real good. So one of the people wanted a different song,
Right.
and they said, "Well, play so and so," and I was like, "Oh my god,
Play Darude by Sandstorm.
yes, yeah." I had to play Sandstorm, and then I'm like scrambling trying to find stuff. So everything went well until about 11:58. 11:30ish. Then I started hitting the wall when they want to direct things, and then
Play the chicken dance.
yeah, and I was like, and the whole time it turned out
The
bad.
chicken dance?
Well, like you're in a fucking wedding, Anyhow.
Sandstorm has legs though.
Oh, it does.
I
A
can
little,
see-
da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, man.
Oh, you know that song.
Oh, man.
I do not know this song.
Oh, I'll have to play it for you later.
Is it quality?
Oh yeah, you can
It's
definitely get
stadium
your
music.
techno on with the.
You're really selling it with the da-da-da-da-da.
That's how it is. It's like da-da-da-da,
There's not a whole lot more to the song. You're right.
da-da-da-da.
It's kind of straightforward, but
But it really gets to your brain. Like
Yeah.
you feel when you're doing E and fucking X and all that, you're feeling it.
Oh, God, I'm going to murder some things.
dumb question. If two people are speaking at the same time,
Yeah.
does this thing jack up?
What do you mean?
If you're laughing, let's say I'm laughing at the same time, you might be laughing. Would that mess up the audio?
No.
No.
Okay.
No. The only thing that messes it up is if Chumsy Wumsy over here is beating on the fucking table with his mash hands rather than using his
Chumsy.
fucking spinners. And I
Clumsy.
I
Well,
can't
in
fucking
the day
cut
in the
that
time in the time before spinners that did happen occasionally.
there was a time in the early recordings where all of a sudden I hear this ripping sound and I'm like, the fuck is that noise?
Oh yeah, let me.
You want to give a little sample there?
Dude, that was loud on this in the ear.
Right, and I'm hearing this sound and I'm like, the fuck is wrong with the recording?
Yeah, but see, I was doing it quietly as a nervous thing,
Right, as
over
a
on the other
nervous
side.
tick.
He couldn't see it.
Right,
And
back
he-
in Studio A.
Not to take a hard left from this, but I have gotten a memo from corporate.
Oh yeah,
So they suggest, in an effort to promote the show a little bit more,
yes.
a
Max
chair-
Bubbles
Max Bubbles,
Yes.
our corporate office.
in where is that corporate office? Kansas City?
Yeah, that sounds about. Yeah, Kansas City, Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah, Albuquerque. I can't remember. They recently moved.
They're a little shifty. They're a little hard to pin down.
Yeah, Boulder,
Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands. That's the offshoot.
That's right.
That's where we're storing our money.
That's where the financial department is.
That's right.
No, in an effort to expand our brand a little bit and to do a little bit of free promotion, they suggest a charity outreach project of a bikini car wash. But you and I
you and I
are in the bikinis, and I said I don't know about that, but I'll.
free car wash, or are we gonna donate the money to the children?
We're gonna donate the money to some children, or perhaps feed the children.
Eat
not
the children.
Not eat the children.
Feed the children.
There was some
Sally
confusion about
Struthers situation.
is Sally Struthers still alive? She can't be.
She ate the children, right?
She definitely ate the children. You remember Sally Struthers? Are
I
you
do.
old enough?
I do remember her.
Yeah, she
Yes.
was on the TV and always hawking some bullshit about saving the children.
Hawking, is that a wasn't she on MASH?
I always thought she was just from the infomercials. I don't know.
So yeah, what do you think about that, Buck? Will you join us for the bikini? You know what? You can wear a Speedo.
So, Buck,
Yes.
I want to hear about some of these stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was
you
it?
know,
There we go.
I've come to this conclusion when I try to help people, something weird always happens, and sometimes it turns out unfavorable for me personally, and it's a real interesting dynamic. It's probably 2008, 2009, right in
Mhm.
that time frame, and I was driving down a road in a moderate sized town in North Carolina. I was driving down sort of just a normal section of town, and there was a lady on the side of the road who was on a corner.
It's a good
And-
place to be.
She needed some gas because her car broke down.
Oh, yeah.
What time of day was it?
I swear it was daylight. I
it
think
would've
this
been
was
daylight.
Could
mid.
have
I think this
been
was.
summertime.
I think this was mid afternoon. I swear it was after I went to like a church service around noon,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah. I knew it.
and then
Sunday
I
church
went-
service.
Yeah, and then I was easing out of this place, and then so she was like, "Hey, I need some gasoline." I was like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. You broke down. Where's your car?" Right? It was right over down. It's like a mile up the road here. I was like, "Okay, well, good luck with that." Right. So then I kind of turned, and then I thought, shit, I should be a good Samaritan.
You should.
So I said, "Oh yeah, come on, hop in." Hops right in. I was like, "Okay, where's your car at?" So we could start driving about a block. I didn't put two and two together at this point. Probably should have. So then all of a sudden, I turn over and I see a brazier, and I heard her say, "Do you like tig old biddies?" And I said, "No, I'm not so sure I need tig old biddies right now." I said, "No, ma'am." I said, "I think I should."
No, ma'am.
I think I need to take you somewhere at this point.
Right.
And then she put her top back down and all that. And then she was like, "Do you have a cigarette?" I was like, "Oh, hell, here we go."
Yep.
Right. So it's no tig old biddies. I got to give a cigarette. Then I needed to give her a lighter. I was like, "Okay, where's this going from here? What do I do?" I got this woman in my car.
You
She's
got to get her the
smoking.
gas money.
Okay, you're going where my head was. I was like, there's got to be a pimp involved. Maybe.
Yes.
She's probably not that high on the hierarchy of prostitution, but she's enough. I'm worried. So I was like, "I'll tell you what, miss, I got $5. You can do whatever you'd like with this $5. Now I know that's lame, but that's all I had on me. So I was like, "Here's $5. What can I do? Where can I drop you off?" Walmart parking lot, she says. Walmart parking lot.
Nice.
How far away
Things
was
are
that?
looking down quick. And I said,
How far away would you say that was a $5 drive?
It was a probably 4 mile drive.
4 miles.
I mean, I had to do awkward silence with her for a few minutes. And so anyways, I dropped her off and I said, here's $5. I said, she goes, drop me off at those 2 cars over there on the side of Walmart parking lot. And I said, no, thank you. That's a hard no.
I'll drop you off 300 yards from there.
That's what I said. I said, I'll drop you off at the front door over here and you can just walk on over to those 2 cars. So I dropped her off and then I called my wife and I said to her, listen, there was this woman, I was trying to help her and she broke down and I trying to give her a lift. She goes, you picked up a prostitute, didn't you? I said, how did you know that? It's like she had like a sixth sense. And it's like, I would never get away with this stuff.
My simpleton husband.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's
Good
like,
Samaritan.
I have
Good
I have
Samaritan.
good intentions,
Right.
and it backfired. And it does a lot. I do.
Did you give her the $5?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So
So you
maybe-
made good on the deal.
I made
did.
good on the deal.
Yeah.
She got $5 and that didn't do anything for her, but at least I didn't get jumped.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah. So anyways, road rage situations.
Right.
I want to hear some stories where you guys had an incident.
I had an incident about 2 to 3 months ago, leaving Fast Eddie's apartment.
This is a good story. I forgot this.
And I was behind an SUV. Now, Fast Eddie's apartment complex has a gate that you have to roll up to, and then the gate will open to let you out. And this person was just sitting there, like about maybe 5 feet from the gate, and it wasn't triggering. And I was thinking, okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's a new driver. Maybe they don't know what's going on. Maybe they don't know how this works. And finally, like 5 minutes goes by, and then they finally roll up to the gate, and it opens. And I'm like, okay, fucking finally. Then they get out to the road where you can make a left or a right. They turn on their right signal. They're going to take a right. And they're waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm like, there's nobody fucking coming at all. And then they turn on their left signal. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I pull up next to them and I say, you're the worst fucking driver I've ever seen. And their window was down and I book it right. So then they take a right and they follow me. And, she then tried to like get up right on my ass, but she wanted to make that left. So she tried to get into the U-turn lane and the light changed and I fucking booked it. I thought I was fucking in trouble though. Because I almost don't want to cause a scene because those fucking people could shoot you or some shit.
It is a different
They
world.
could.
But I waited there for like almost 10 minutes waiting for this person to make a fucking right. And then they turn on their left signal when they go to pull out. And I'm like, you're a horrible fucking driver.
I feel like text messaging was involved.
Oh, yeah.
She was trying to
Absolutely.
figure something out.
Right.
She hung herself up and had no idea what in the hell she was doing.
Well,
Yeah.
I was just pissed because you could have easily have let me out. I mean,
But she wasn't aware that you were behind her because you didn't
blow the horn.
blow the horn.
I probably should have blown the horn. Rather than give somebody the finger, I like to give them the thumbs down because it really irritates the shit out of people more to get a thumbs down than a finger. Because a finger, they're expecting that, but a thumbs down is really a vote of you really fucking suck at driving.
Thumbs down. I like it. I like it.
I do get a warm fuzzy from letting people in ahead of me. If they're on side roads or they're in
Right.
restaurants trying to get
Or
out.
merging in or whatever.
Particularly if they're probably never going to make it.
And then I also like, not only do I get the warm fuzzy feeling, but if there's somebody on my ass and I let somebody in behind
Right.
me, I really,
That is-
really enjoy that feeling.
That is the best of both worlds.
They're
losing
letting
their
somebody
mind.
in, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they like do the hand gesture, and I can see it in my rear view mirror.
Right.
And I'm like,
That's the best. And when you get a horn from somebody behind you, you're like, absolutely.
Oh,
It's
this
the
is the best. You might shoot me in the back of the head, but I'm gonna enjoy those last few minutes of life.
And I'm going to enjoy my moral superiority over you because I let this person in ahead of me. Us, all of us.
There's a trifecta of Andrews in our life, so
I'm sorry to hear that.
and we have to. Andrew here is number one.
According to your father, there's four.
There's a fourth, but he goes by a different name. There's Andrew number one who sits before you.
Mhm.
There's a number two that is a big sports buff, And then there's number 3. He's a muscly man.
He is a muscly man.
He's on the level though, but he
is.
He's got creative stories.
He does have some great stories.
And he falls into the schwa category of beautiful people.
I feel like you've probably known a lot of. I don't know.
I mean, Andrew
is
and
your wife ever going to listen to this?
That's okay. She knows that I'm a crazy ass. It's all right.
Yeah.
Well,
have you known a lot of women in the biblical sense?
Oh shit! That's a good one. That was a good one right there. That was a good one.
White guy high five right there.
Oh my god, the zipper! Holy shit! Get myself in trouble already. Oh, oh man, this is good.
Yes, please continue.
Yes, Buck, tell us all about it.
Tell us all about your.
I think it was more of just getting young and having fun, right? And you want to get out there and try to have some girlfriends and things. So, hey, let's get to know each other to an extent we might be able to enhance each other's lives.
Right.
I'm not so sure that happened every evening.
No.
I think some evenings it was more like, how many Michelob Lights are we going to try to ingest?
Right.
And a couple Michelob Light cases, things are turning around.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
I'm a Miller High Life champagne of beers man myself.
It was too watery. I couldn't handle it.
Champagne of beers, yeah.
Did
that
you
and
drink?
anything with 11% alcohol in it.
Ice House.
Ice House, right? Ice House, man.
I'll take the top of your head off.
Thank you for joining us here at Fairly Harmless. I'm Andrew.
I'm James.
And I'm Buck.
James,
Yes.
go fuck yourself.
Once again, this has been Fairly Harmless. Missing the point on... Wait, what's the point? Fairly Harmless is available on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube, and Pocket Casts. Our musical accompaniment provided by the Boston Horns, East Coast Funk. Their music is available for streaming and purchase on most media platforms. For Fairly Harmless, this has been your announcer, Fast Eddie. See you soon.
The Dead Air portion of our podcast is brought to you by
Ovaltine. Drink your Ovaltine, kids. Get your Dakota rings.
I was going to say it's brought to you by Rogers Mortuary.
You kill them, we grill them.